Welcome back. Lincoln Currency told you that a single penny, just 1 cent, could be worth an astonishing $98 million? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1983 Lincoln penny. This coin, which you might have in your pocket right now, could be worth life-changing money. Stay with me until the end of this video as we explore its history, rare minting errors, and the unbelievable value it holds in today's market. You won't want to miss this. The history of the 1983 Lincoln penny. Let's take a trip back in time to the year 1983. Ronald Reagan was the President of the United States. Technology was advancing rapidly, and the U.S. Mint was producing millions of Lincoln pennies. But what makes the 1983 penny stand out from the rest? It all starts with its composition and unique minting variations. The 1983 penny was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small d mark located below the date. During this time, the U.S. Mint had already transitioned from the copper-based pennies of the past to a new composition, made mostly of zinc, coated with a thin layer of copper. This change was crucial, as it led to a number of fascinating errors and rare varieties that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for today. What makes this penny special? Not all 1983 pennies are created equal. While most are only worth face value, there are a few special coins that can fetch thousands, or even millions, of dollars. Several key factors determine the value of these pennies: rarity, condition, mint errors, and collector demand. Certain rare varieties have been discovered, including double die errors, off-center strikes, and transitional metal compositions that have sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. Key errors and varieties. One of the most sought-after errors on the 1983 Lincoln penny is the double die reverse. This rare minting mistake occurs when the reverse design is struck slightly off, creating a noticeable doubling effect on letters like 1 cent and e pluribus unum. Collectors and investors alike are eager to acquire these error coins, with high-grade specimens commanding thousands of dollars at auctions. Another valuable error is the OFF center strike. These occur when the coin blank isn't perfectly aligned during the striking process, resulting in a portion of the design being cut off. The more off-center the strike, the higher the value of the coin. Another fascinating variety is the 1983 Lincoln cent with a copper planchet. As mentioned earlier, by 1983, the U.S. Mint had completely switched over to zinc-based pennies. However, a small number of 1983 pennies were mistakenly struck on leftover copper planchets from previous years. These error coins are extremely rare and valuable, with some selling for tens of thousands of dollars. If you suspect you have one, you can test its weight. A normal 1983 zinc penny weighs about 2.5 grams, while a copper penny weighs around 3.1 grams. If your 1983 penny is heavier, you might be sitting on a goldmine. Grading and condition. How much could your penny be worth? The condition of a coin plays a major role in determining its value. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70, with MS 70 being a flawless, perfectly struck specimen. A heavily circulated 1983 penny might only be worth a few cents, but an uncirculated, high-grade version with a rare error could fetch thousands, or even millions of dollars. Coins that have been professionally graded by services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, tend to sell for much higher prices. If you believe you have a valuable 1983 penny, it's definitely worth getting it authenticated and graded. The big money. Why a 1983 penny could be worth $98 million? You're probably asking yourself, how in the world can a penny be worth $98 million? The answer lies in rarity, demand, and the numismatic market. Coins that possess unique errors, historical significance, and extreme scarcity can create bidding wars among collectors, driving prices through the roof. In recent years, some rare pennies have sold for record-breaking amounts, and experts predict that if a perfect, one-of-a-kind 1983 penny were to surface, it could set a new benchmark in the world of coin collecting. Imagine stumbling upon a penny worth almost $100 million. It's like winning the lottery. How to check if you have a rare 1983 DPNNY. Want to see if you have one of these rare pennies? Here's a simple step-by-step guide. First, look for any visible doubling on the reverse lettering, especially in the words 1 cent and e pluribus unum. This could indicate a valuable double die error. Second, check for an off-center strike. If part of the design is missing or shifted, you may have a highly collectible error coin. Third, weigh your penny. A normal 1983 D penny should weigh 2.5 grams. But if yours weighs 3.1 grams, it could be a rare copper planchet variety worth a fortune. Lastly, inspect the condition of the coin. The closer it is to mint state, shiny, no scratches or damage, the higher its potential value. Where to sell your rare PNNY? If you think you have a valuable 1983 D penny, there are several places where you can sell it for top dollar. Online auction sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections are great platforms to showcase your coin to serious buyers. You can also visit local coin dealers, pawn shops, and coin conventions to get an appraisal and find potential buyers. Additionally, rare coin collectors and investors are always on the lookout for unique pieces, so networking with numismatic communities can help you connect with high-paying buyers. Final thoughts, and call TOACTION. There you have it. The 1983 D Lincoln penny is more than just pocket change. It could be the key to a massive fortune. With rare varieties selling for thousands, and speculation that a perfect specimen could reach $98 million, now is the time to check your coins. If you enjoyed this video and want more amazing coin-related content, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and comment below. Have you checked your pennies yet? You might be holding the next record-breaking coin. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting. Told you that a simple penny, just 1 cent, could be worth an astonishing $98 million? Yes, you heard that correctly. A single 1993 D Lincoln penny could be hiding in your collection, waiting to make you incredibly rich. Today, we are going to dive deep into the fascinating history of the 1993 D Lincoln penny, its minting process, the special errors that make it highly valuable, and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for the right one. Stay with us until the end because you won't want to miss a single detail about this life-changing penny. The history of the 1993 D Lincoln PNNY. To understand why this particular penny is so valuable, we need to explore its history. The 1993 D Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, denoted by the small D mint mark just below the year on the obverse side of the coin. Millions of these coins were struck that year, making it seem like just another ordinary penny. However, certain unique characteristics and rare errors make some of these pennies exceptionally valuable. Lincoln pennies have been in circulation since 1909, when they were introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, different variations and minting changes have occurred, but one of the most interesting and sought-after years among collectors is 1993, specifically the Denver minted version. What makes the 1993 D penny so special? Not all 1993 D pennies are worth big money, but some rare varieties and high-grade specimens have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auctions. The value of any coin depends on 4 major factors: rarity, condition, minting errors, and demand among collectors. The combination of these elements is what can make an otherwise common penny worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars. One of the primary reasons why the 1993 D penny has attracted so much attention is the discovery of rare error coins and high-grade specimens that have never been touched by human hands. If a 1993 D penny is found in perfect condition, free from scratches, discoloration, and wear, it could be worth an extraordinary amount of money. Rare errors and varieties that increase value. One of the most valuable errors associated with the 1993 D penny is the double die obverse. This error occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly, causing noticeable doubling on key elements like Liberty and In God We Trust. If you come across a 1993 D penny with this distinct doubling, you might be looking at a 5-figure payday, depending on its condition. Another rare error is the OFF center strike. If a penny was struck incorrectly, leaving part of the design missing or misaligned, it could be incredibly valuable. The greater the off-center error, the higher the potential value, especially if the coin retains all the important details like the date and mint mark. Other error varieties include the clipped planchet error, where a portion of the penny's edge is missing due to a mistake in the minting process, and the die crack error, which appears as small raised lines on the surface of the coin caused by a damaged die. These errors can dramatically increase a penny's worth, making even a single misprint a prized collector's item. Grading and condition. How much is your 1993 D penny worth? In the world of numismatics, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS 70 being a flawless, uncirculated specimen. The vast majority of 1993 D pennies found in circulation are heavily worn, meaning they are only worth their face value. However, if you come across a penny that appears brand new, with no visible scratches or discoloration, it could be worth thousands of dollars. A 1993 D penny graded MS 65 or higher can fetch anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000. If the penny has a rare error, such as the double die obverse, the value can skyrocket to over $50,000. And if a perfect, museum-quality specimen were to be discovered, experts believe it could sell for as much as $98 million, making it one of the most valuable coins in history. How to check if you have a rare 1993 D PNNY? So, how can you determine if your 1993 D penny is a hidden fortune? Follow these simple steps. Examine the mint mark. Ensure the penny has a D mint mark beneath the year 1993. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or die cracks. Assess the condition. The shinier and more flawless the penny, the more valuable it could be. Weigh the penny. A normal 1993 D penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. If yours is significantly different, it might be a rare variety. Get it professionally graded. If you believe you have a rare penny, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to authenticate its value. Where to sell your valuable PNNY? If you discover a rare or high-grade 1993 D penny, there are multiple places to sell it and maximize your earnings. Some of the best options include online auction sites like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections, where collectors bid competitively on rare coins. Local coin dealers who can appraise and make offers on your coin. Coin shows and numismatic conventions, where serious collectors gather to buy and sell valuable coins. Direct private sales to high-end collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for the right coin. Final thoughts, and call TOACTIO. And so there you have it. The 1993 D Lincoln penny could be hiding in your spare change, waiting to change your life forever. The world of rare coin collecting is full of surprises, and who knows? Your next penny could be worth a life-changing amount of money. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries, and leave a comment below. Have you checked your pocket change lately? Let us know if you find any rare pennies. Thank you for watching, and happy hunting! Today, we have an incredible story for you. A single 1994 D Lincoln penny that could be worth up to a mind-blowing $98 million. Yes, you heard that right. We are diving deep into the history, minting errors, collector demand, and market trends that make this particular penny one of the most sought-after coins in numismatic history. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your own collection, and who knows, you might be sitting on a life-changing fortune. The history of the 1994 D Lincoln PNNY. To truly appreciate the 1994 D penny, let's take a look at its history. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark right beneath the year on the obverse side. The Lincoln penny series itself dates back to 1909, when it replaced the Indian head sent in honor of Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Over the years, the Lincoln penny has undergone various design and composition changes, but the 1994 D penny remains one of the most intriguing due to its errors, rarity, and high-value auctions. The 1994 D penny was struck in large quantities, with billions of them released into circulation. However, not all pennies are created equal. Some of them have unique characteristics that set them apart from the rest, making them highly desirable for collectors. This is where we begin to uncover the mystery behind why some of these pennies are worth a small fortune. What makes the 1994 D penny so valuable? While most 1994 D pennies are worth just a cent, a small number of them have extraordinary value due to a combination of rarity, errors, condition, and collector demand. The highest values come from coins that have been preserved in pristine condition, or those that exhibit rare and dramatic minting errors. If you happen to have a flawless specimen or a coin with a striking error, you could be in for a huge payday. Key errors and varieties that make this coin worth big money. One of the biggest factors that can skyrocket the value of a 1994 D penny is a mint error. Coin collectors are always on the hunt for unique mistakes that occurred during the minting process. Here are some of the most valuable errors found in the 1994 D penny. Double die averse. This error occurs when the die that strikes the coin is slightly misaligned, leading to a noticeable doubling effect on letters and numbers. If your 1994 D penny has strong doubling on words like liberty or in God we trust, it could be worth thousands to millions of dollars depending on its condition. Off center strikes. If a penny was struck improperly, leaving part of the design missing, collectors will pay a premium for it. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin becomes, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible. Blockage errors. This happens when a coin gets stuck in the press and strikes another coin, creating an impression of one coin on another. This type of error is extremely rare, and if you find a 1994 D penny with a blockage error, you could be looking at a very valuable collector's item. Struck on a wrong planchet. If a penny was accidentally struck on a foreign coin planchet or another denomination's metal blank, it becomes highly collectible. For example, a 1994 D penny mistakenly struck on a dime planchet would be extremely valuable. Missing elements. Some 1994 D pennies were struck with missing details due to weak strikes or die deterioration. If you come across a penny with significant missing design elements, it could be rare and valuable. Grading and condition. How much could your 1994 D penny be worth? When determining the value of any coin, grading is crucial. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS-70 being a perfect, flawless specimen. The better the condition, the higher the value. A worn 1994 D penny might only be worth face value, but one that has been well preserved, particularly in grades MS-67 or higher, could fetch thousands or even millions. The most valuable 1994 D pennies are those that have been professionally graded by organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. If you believe you have a valuable penny, sending it in for professional authentication and grading can significantly increase its worth. The record-breaking sales and the possibility of a $98 million PNY now. Let's talk about the jaw-dropping numbers. While no 1994 D penny has officially sold for $98 million yet, experts believe that if a flawless specimen with an ultra-rare error were to surface, it could set a new record for the most expensive penny ever sold. The highest recorded sale for a Lincoln penny was over $2 million for a rare 1943 bronze cent. With rising interest in rare coins and the increasing wealth of collectors willing to pay astronomical prices, a perfect 1994 D penny could potentially fetch that mind-blowing amount. How to check if you have a rare 1994 D PNY? If you're wondering whether you have one of these valuable coins, here's a simple step-by-step guide to check. Examine the coin under good lighting and with a magnifying glass. Look for doubling effects on the lettering and numbers. Check for any minting errors such as off-center strikes, missing elements, or wrong planchet mistakes. Inspect the condition. If your coin is nearly flawless with a high shine and no scratches, it could be worth sending in for grading. Weigh the coin. A normal penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If your penny is significantly heavier or lighter, it might be an error coin. Consider getting it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC to determine its exact value. Where to sell your valuable 1994 D PNY? So, what do you do if you discover that you have a rare 1994 D penny? Here are some of the best places to sell it. Online marketplaces like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Stack's Bowers Auctions are excellent platforms where collectors frequently buy rare coins. Local coin dealers and pawn shops can offer immediate cash but may not always give the best price. Coin shows and numismatic conventions are great places to connect with serious collectors who may be willing to pay a premium for a rare penny. If you have an exceptionally rare coin, consider selling it through a major auction house, where competitive bidding could drive up the price. Final thoughts, and call TOACTION. There you have it. The incredible story of the 1994 Lincoln penny, and why it could be worth up to $98 million. This tiny piece of copper could be the key to unimaginable wealth. Make sure to check your pocket change, coin jars, and old collections. You never know what hidden treasures you might have. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more incredible coin discoveries, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know. Your next penny could change your life.